Jai Shri Mataji. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this morning meditation. On the occasion of International Women's Day, we would like to invoke, establish, and deepen the qualities of Prakriti, the manifestation of divine desire in its feminine aspects.
Jai Shri Mataji, buongiorno a tutti, benvenuti a questa meditazione mattutina. In occasione della giornata internazionale della donna vorremmo invocare, stabilire e approfondire le qualità di Prakriti, la manifestazione del desiderio del divino nei suoi aspetti femminili. Possiamo fare Namaskar, alzare la Kundalini e prendere Bandhana.
We can do Namaskar, raise our Kundalini, and take Bandhan. We bring our attention to Muladhara Chakra, and here we can seek the blessings of Sri Ganesha, asking him to establish all his qualities within us.
Portiamo la nostra attenzione nel Muladhara Chakra e qui invochiamo le benedizioni di Sri Ganesha, chiedendogli per favore di stabilizzare tutte le sue qualità dentro di noi.
Let us say 4 times mantra to Sri Ganesh.
Diciamo 4 volte il mantra a Sri Ganesha.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. O Sri Ganesha, salutations to you, the one who bestows the Shakti of chastity, to you who allow the Divine Mother to feel her motherhood, to you who are the dignity of eternal childhood. Please make us strong, dedicated Sahaja-yogis, worthy of your attention.
O Sri Ganesha, omaggio a te, che concedi la Shakti della castità, a te che permetti alla Madre Divina di sentire la sua maternità, a te che sei la dignità dell'eterna infanzia. Per favore rendici forti, Sahaja Yogis dedicati, degni della tua attenzione.
Sri Ganesha, you are the guardian of Sri Mahalakshmi. You give the permission to our Kundalini to move on every chakra. Please be awakened and let all our chakras be enlightened and awakened.
Sri Ganesh, tu sei il guardiano di Sri Mahalakshmi. Tu concedi il permesso alla nostra Kundalini di muoversi su ogni chakra. Per favore, sii risvegliato e fa che tutti i nostri chakra siano illuminati e risvegliati.
Let us bring our attention to Nabhi Chakra and pray to Shri Mataji from our heart that awareness, recognition, and respect for feminine qualities can be awakened and integrated in all human beings.
Portiamo l'attenzione nel Nabhi Chakra e rivolgiamo a Shri Mataji dal nostro cuore una preghiera affinché possa essere risvegliata ed integrata in tutti gli esseri umani la consapevolezza, il riconoscimento ed il rispetto delle qualità femminili.
Let us say mantra to Shri Fatima B.
Diciamo un mantra a Shri Fatima B.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Fatima B. Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shri Mataji, please dissolve all negativity that demotes, violates, and oppresses the female figure, that takes away dignity and respect, reducing her to an object. Please re-establish chastity as the basis of all relationships between men and women in society, in the family, profession, and in all spheres of life.
Shri Mataji, per favore, dissolvi tutta la negatività che svilisce, viola ed opprime la figura femminile. Le toglie dignità e rispetto, rendendola come un oggetto. Per favore, ristabilisci la castità alla base di tutti i rapporti tra uomini e donne nella società, nell'ambito familiare, professionale ed in tutte le sfere della vita.
Shri Mataji, please restore in all human beings the awareness of the role of women, of her qualities, of her powers, in all her aspects as mother, daughter, sister, and wife. Please restore trust, security, and the sense of protection in all human relationships.
Shri Mataji, per favore, ristabilisci in tutti gli esseri umani la consapevolezza del ruolo della donna, delle sue qualità, dei suoi poteri, in tutti i suoi aspetti di madre, figlia, sorella, moglie. Per favore, ristabilisci la fiducia, la sicurezza ed il senso di protezione in tutti i rapporti umani. Diciamo il mantra a Sri Lakshmi Vishnu.
Let us say mantra to Sri Lakshmi Vishnu.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Lakshmi Vishnu Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
Sri Mataji, you are the one who blesses the sanctity of union in marriage. Please restore the auspiciousness and divine beauty of the relationship between husband and wife. Please let male and female qualities be fully developed as two wheels of the same chariot, so that there is complete balance in the family and in the society to allow the emancipation and evolution of humanity.
Shri Mataji, tu sei colei che benedice la santità dell'unione nel matrimonio. Ristabilisci per favore l'auspichevolezza e la bellezza divina del rapporto tra marito e moglie. Fa che possano essere pienamente sviluppate le proprie qualità maschili e femminili, come due ruote dello stesso carro, in modo che ci sia completo equilibrio nella famiglia e nella società, per permettere l'emancipazione e l'evoluzione dell'umanità.
Now, we can seek the blessings of Sri Vishnu Maya, who manifests as this energy of power of chastity, of dignity, and sacrifice for truth to prevail.
Ora possiamo chiedere le benedizioni di Sri Vishnu Maya, che si manifesta come sinergia del potere della castità, della dignità e del sacrificio per la gloria della verità. Diciamo un mantra Sri Vishnu Maya.
Let us say mantra to Sri Vishnu Maya.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vishnu Maya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
Now we bring the attention to Sahasrara. I watched a video of Sri Fatima B. Puja of 1993.
Ora portiamo l'attenzione sul Sahasrara e vediamo un video da Sri Fatima Puja del 1993.
It is very joyous that all of us are here in Turkey to celebrate the puja to Fatima. As you know about her, that she was the daughter of Muhammad Saab and was married to Ali, and she had 2 children, Hassan and Hussein, who were ultimately killed in Karbala by the fanatics who were at that time called themselves Sunnis. All this happened because there were fanatics. And the fanaticism that makes person thinks always that they are on the right. And they have every right to be angry, to persuade, to convince another party, another person. And these fanaticisms grew since long. It's not a new thing. It is so obvious now that our main problem in this world is of fanaticism. Fatima lost her 2 children, and she was the embodiment of Grihalakshmi. She resides in our left arm. So for all the diseases that are connected with the spleen, all the problems that are connected with your left navi can be only corrected by Fatima. So you have to keep Fatima awakened within yourself. That we are here in the Islamic culture, you can say this is place of Islamic culture. And in the Islamic culture, a housewife was given a very, very important. At the time of Muhammad Sahab, there were struggles and fights and wars going on between different tribes. As a result, many young men were killed. Only quite old people survived, and also so many women. This is the reason why Hazrat Muhammad said that you can marry 4 wives, 5 wives, but you cannot allow them to remain unmarried, or they will have extramarital relationships. That will be the greatest fall for Islam, for that religion. So he understood that unless and until women are kept absolutely chaste, absolutely pure, there cannot be the kingdom of God. In Sanskrit there's a saying, Tatra Narya Pujante Tatra Ramante Devati. Meaning, where the women are respected, are worshipped. And they are worshipful. Not that they are to be worshipped, but they are respected. There only exists the kingdom of God. So much responsibility is on women. So from Fatima's life we have to know that she did not go out of her house and she remained a housewife. And she made her two children grow up in such a manner that they had to fight a war against fanatics. Her husband also was there. This is how a woman of a housewife is shown to be so powerful that though she is in the house, though she looks to be just a mother, but how powerful she is. But these days, a new type of ideas have come up. Men also have been very nasty and very aggressive with women. As a result, we find there's a big opposition to men. And a kind of a big rift has been created between men and women. Also the men, the way they started becoming licentious, perverted, going to bad women, the good women also thought, why not we also become like that? And they also started doing wrong things which they should not have done. That's how the whole society crumbled down. Now the men are responsible for the politics and the economics and also the nation as administrators. But women are responsible for the society. Whether she's in the house or she's outside. Whether she's working in the house or outside, she's responsible for the maintenance of the society. And there it looks sometimes to a woman that she's dominated, that her husband dominates her, that the husband's family dominates her. But it's the quality of a woman that brings up the level of the society, not only the level, but also in the family, she is then respected. It's a very important role as a housewife. Perhaps we never realize it. Now we see so many lights here. Electricity is there running. But what is the source of this electricity? Is it not much more important than these lights? So men are nothing but, we can say, the kinetic energy. But what is the potential is the woman of the house. But these days, it is becoming a very funny situation. I was surprised when I went to Italy also that how women have made themselves cheap. And they want to look attractive. To every man, what is it? It's a joyless pursuit into which men are going, and women are making themselves absolutely cheap. This cheapness of women is not going to give them any strength or joy. I know one feels very unhappy the way men treat them. But you must have your own personality. You must have your own understanding that you are a woman, you are Shakti. And nobody can suppress a Shakti. But if you do not keep to your own personality or to your chastity, then you cannot achieve your goal in life. And your goal in life is to give power to your son, to your husband, to all the society. The woman gives power. I'm also a woman, as you know, and I also have a family. With all the powers that I have, I never showed them that I had all these powers. I always listened to my husband, obeyed him, though sometimes he was very unreasonable also. And he also came from a society which was more Islamic oriented. But it was just a joke for him. Because I thought he's just like a child. And I have to be very patient. He always says that because of my powers he earned everything in life. Always, in the presence of everyone he says so. I don't know that part. But definitely I feel very satisfied with my own married life. I never think the way other people think, that we must try to dominate the husband, we must fight him, we must have a right to do this. Our right is within ourselves, within our powers. Also the men must realize that they have to respect women. I mean, not to such an extent that she tells you to do something wrong, you just get lost with it. That's not the way. That's slavishness. Men have to be men. It in no way means the women are dominated by men. I never felt that. Because if you have your own powers, ultimately whatever may be the husband, he'll have to come and understand what you want. He'll have to know what you want. I've seen it many times in my own lifetime that it has done that way. I would never say anything. Suppose he gets angry, I would keep quiet. Alright? After all, he has to fight outside and he has to take out temper on people. What could he do? If he does this to others, they will beat him, so it's better he takes out temper on me. And I never felt that way, that he's dominating me. Only day I thought he's taking out his temper. But I've seen that whenever I said something to him, he thought of it. In his lifetime I've taken 11 decisions. And all these decisions, he still remembers one by one and knows that it was very, very important. Other things I never tell him what to do. Whatever was most important is the principle. Now, he also realized that I have a very important mission. So he gave me money, he gave me time, gave me all freedom. But first I had to establish myself as a very sensible, devoted wife. The men as a whole are very different type, you must understand. They are extroverts, and whatever the women care too much for, they do not. It's all right. Because women and men are complementary. Like Ali was there outside working everything out. Why Fatima be in the house, home, who never went out? But he knew his source of energy, from where it was coming. Because women were never respected as Shakti, they started getting drifted into these Western modern ideas that we have to fight men, they are problematic, they are troubling us, and we should take revenge. That's how society cannot work. Responsibility of the women is much greater than that of men. Men have to just go to offices, work it out something, come back. Women have to lifelong generate the energy for the growth of the children, the protection of the husband, for all the sensible things that she has to do. That's why in India we say a woman is to be absolutely respected. And she has to be respected. Moreover, it is not only in India, I have seen it all over, that women are always respected if they are housewives. For example, I go with my husband to some function. I'm respected as much as he is respected. For example, his deputy will be respected as I am respected. His secretary won't be respected. No one. I, as his wife, is respected the same way because I am his wife. Nobody looks down upon me because I am somebody's wife. It's all over it is like this. I'll give you a case of a lady I knew. She used to think she's a very smart person, always looked after her body and just be thin and all that, and she wanted to attract all the men and all kinds of things. She would wear, jeans and quite old lady. And her husband was a big man, he was a chief cabinet secretary, very senior to us. So one day we were all invited for a dinner. So she was not there. So many asked them, so many people, where is your wife? Where is your wife? They said, I don't know where she was to come here. I was also thinking, where is she? Where is she gone? Because there was a seat for her, a special seat. So before sitting for the dinner, I went into the bathroom. And there, poor thing was sitting on one corner. I said, why are you sitting here? So she said, they made me sit here, I don't know what to do. So I brought her out, I said, why did you make her sit there? And she was thinking she's very smart, she's done her hair nicely, she's like an actress. Oh, is she the wife? I said, yes, sir. Oh my God, we thought she's the secretary. How could she be? She has no dignity of her own, the way she was dressed, stupidly. How can we believe that she's the wife? She has no dignity as a wife of an Indian gentleman, so highly placed, and what he was sitting there for half an hour, smoking. They couldn't believe. Then they asked her, are you sure she's his wife? I mean, she came to the table, nobody got up for her. And they still thought all the rest. She's the secretary who has come. And we had to tell her that's his wife. She was thinking she's a smart young lady, at that old age behaving stupidly. So even in the West, a woman is respected if she's a good housewife. Anywhere, she is respected. I was surprised also that I knew somebody very highly placed, a minister in the cabinet of England, and he was supposed to be little wayward, and nobody would take notice of him. Nobody would. They wouldn't look at him. I was not so good at the scandals that they had in the whole diplomatic circles. But they said, why don't you talk to this man? No, not worth it. Why? See, he's horrible. He is not a good man. I said, but why? What has he done? He's a flirt. And he is looking at other women, and he's doing all kinds of things, and they told stories about him. Such a big man like a minister. Why is he behaving like this? Like a stupid donkey is going about, nobody would shake hands with him. Even men would not look at him. Now, of course, a new society is forming of all these stupid people. That's different. But one surgery who will visit these places will be amazed how stupid they are. They can make it out. All of them catch on their left arm, whether they are women or men. It's more dangerous for men if they have a white light. Now the left lobby, if it catches, what happens? What diseases you have? The first and foremost is blood cancer. With the left lobby, you can get blood cancer. Women think they can dominate their husband, they can do this to their husband, they can put them right, but they don't know they are causing a serious disease like blood cancer. I know of somebody who was suffering from blood cancer. We cured him. And then we discovered his left navi was still bad. Again and again he was getting relapse. Then we found out it was his wife. She was such a dangerous woman. What? He wouldn't leave. Wouldn't leave. So I told him, I will not meet you again if you live with that woman. Better throw her out or you send her somewhere else. But if you are going to live with this woman, I'm not going to. He also called her and I told her on her face that you are a very dominating, horrible, shrew woman. And if you try to torture your husband, he cannot be killed. But he went on. And then the end result was horrible, horrible, horrible. He developed a big spleen like that. The whole thing was taken out. And doctors told that within 6 months he would be finished. So on both the cases, I would say, the wife trying to dominate the husband and husband getting attached to that wife's. His recent case, I'm telling you. Now we are husband and wife because we love each other. We are complementary. Woman is a woman, man is a man. Men should not expect women to be like you, very fast, and women should not expect men to be like you, very, should say noble. There are qualities of a woman and the qualities of a man. But the greatest power of a woman is her chastity. If her chastity is disturbed, then she is a dangerous person, very dangerous. She can not only harm her husband, but also her children, her society. We come from a culture which is very akin to Islamic culture also. Indian culture is like that. In the Indian culture, women respect their chastity more than anything in this world. They can give up everything, but not their chastity. And once, there's a story I must tell you very interesting about a very beautiful woman called Padmini. She was the wife of a king. And there was a horrible Muslim king who wanted to see this woman because he heard she was very good. See, this was a funny thing. And he came to that kingdom and he said, I must look at this lady, otherwise I'll destroy the whole kingdom. Now people said, this can't do, she's our queen. You can't see our queen like that. She just thought, all right, he need not see me, but he might see my reflection. So she stood before a mirror and he saw her reflection. Then he became even more mad. And he said, I must have this woman. If you don't give her to me, then I'll destroy all of you. Imagine a king doing all this nonsense for a woman. Shows what a useless fellow he was. So he brought all his army, everything, and settled down near the fort where these people were, and sent a message that if you don't send this lady to me, then I'm going to attack. They are not prepared. They didn't know what to do. So they said that let us go and fight. We cannot allow our queen to be given to them. It's a question of our prestige. They took 100 palanquin. You understand palanquin?
Yes.
They took 100 palanquin, and in those 100 palanquin there were 4 warriors sitting with their arms and ammunition. And there were 2 who were carrying them. And they said, all right, the queen is coming with 100 maids. The Muslims that time, where the Muslim king was having his drinks and things, very happy that the queen is going to come. So these people went there and came out of their palanquins and started fighting. They had told these women that in case we win, by 5 o'clock in the morning, we'll lit a fire, and you will see the fire, then you know that you have won the race. But if you do not win, then you should know for definite that you have not won the battle. There were only, say, 400 people or 600 people, and thousands were with this man, and he had guns and cannons and everything. So they started fighting. In that fight, that Muslim king won because he had so much of power. And most of these people died, even the king was killed. There was no fire lit at 5 o'clock. So these women saw there's no fire lit. So they made a huge big platform of fire. They climbed onto the fire and lit the fire, and they all died. 3,000 women died because they didn't want other men to touch them. Any other man coming and touching them means their chastity is finished. There are many, many stories of this kind in India. So how they respected their chastity? It's easy to fall to some sort of another temptation. But if this is your power, why should you submit yourself to something which is so useless? In Sahaja we have to realize that men also must know that if their wives are so chaste and so good, they must respect them. They should also realize that they have also Rakhi sisters, which is that we are very chaste. We respect the chastity of our Rakhi sister. And we do not want to in any way comply with anyone who does not respect the chastity. Then the men also become chaste. When the women are chaste, men also become chaste. And this chastity is your main power. This chastity is the power of Sri Ganesha. And when you get this Sri Ganesha's power, you know how powerful you become with the innocence that is awakened. So without the chastity, the women cannot achieve anything in such a way.
We can sing 3 great mantras.
Ora cantiamo i 3 grandi mantra.
Om
Tvameva
Sakshat
Shri Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Trigunatmika Kundalini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalaki Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalaki Sakshat Shri Sahasrara Swamini Moksha Pradayani Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.